have sports talk. I'm Coach Marty, and I got my main man. I've been waiting to get this guy on the show for a long time. I finally been able to catch up with him. It's Coach Eric West. How you doing, my man?
I'm doing great today, man. It's good to be here.
Good, good. Just so, let me give a shout out to Hustle and Heart, the sponsor of the show. Pierre Desir, appreciate you, man, giving us this platform and the space to record my show. Appreciate it. All right, E, what's up, man?
What's up?
How you been, bro?
I've been real good, man. Life is good. I can't complain.
Okay, so let's jump into this. Tell the people something about you. I called you Coach Eric West, but I know you're an athlete. So let's get into tell the people something about you as an athlete first before we get into your coaching.
Well, you and I grew up together, so we've been messing around and playing ball for years. I started out, my first love was baseball.
Okay.
I would play baseball. I played baseball from when a young dude. I was a natural basketball athlete.
Right.
I jumped this high off the ground. I was always known for my athletic ability, but I enjoyed playing all sports. But I ended up going to college, playing basketball at Eastern Illinois University.
Okay.
The Eastern Illinois University.
For sure.
Playing basketball there. And now I'm coaching. I'm in the Quad Cities, been in the Quad Cities, Rock Island since about 2006.
Okay, nice.
Coaching basketball there now, not the freshman, but the sophomore and the varsity level.
Okay, so are you coaching boys and girls or what?
Yeah,
level?
so coach boys, sophomore and varsity level basketball.
Okay, nice, man. So you said your first love, and I try to tell like our viewers and our athletes today, being a multi-sport athlete is what we look for as coaches nowadays.
Yeah.
And you said baseball, right? What position did you play in baseball?
So I pitched.
Okay, let's get some dynamics. How tall are you?
6'4". Right now, my grown man age, when I say I'm about 255, 260. But in my playing days, I was 6'4", 220.
Okay, nice.
Lefty pitcher.
Okay.
So I pitched and a lot of people joke when we was little. They said, "Man, you hit the ball a country mile."
You did.
So
well,
you were right.
Yeah, you was our cleanup hitter, man.
So I was just natural, and that was my first love. I just fell in love with baseball immediately.
Okay.
I don't know if it's because the Cardinals was in town or we followed them,
Fans,
but first baseball was my first love. Yeah.
Okay, so you played baseball in high school. You went basketball, obviously, but football, we could never get my man to play football. And he was one of the meanest dudes we knew. Fastest, biggest, meanest dudes. So don't get it twisted. We know we call you Big E. So you didn't play football, but you did play basketball.
Correct.
And how did you transfer from like baseball to basketball and ended up playing in college? What was that transition for you?
So,
to just when you got your scholarship in basketball.
Well, and I'll tell you, Little League, when we play in Little League, it's basically in the summer.
Yeah.
So it's hot outside.
Okay.
And the decision that helped me, stop playing baseball, and I stopped playing as a sophomore. I say I don't have any regrets.
Yeah.
Stuff happened how it's supposed to happen.
Real job.
But we had practice, and it was March, and it was cold outside. And shout out Coach Shop Mueller. We love you. Thank you for everything you did for us coming up. But we was playing catch, and when we went back inside, I couldn't feel my finger.
Oh, wow.
And so that was the day I was like, you know what? I'm a pretty good basketball player. I'm going to stick with basketball.
And that's funny. And nowadays, like, it's a little different from when we came up playing sports. And the kids, we try to push them to do 3 sports because
you don't have to choose yet.
Yeah, you got more options.
Right.
And I love to see the fact that you was honest about yourself. Like, look, this weather I can't do it. You know what I mean? But you were a pitcher.
Yes.
Right? And varsity player, you just decided your sophomore year that was it?
Yes.
Okay. So let's talk about recruiting. Because nowadays I know it's a lot different. So how did your recruiting process go when we were in high school?
Well, and now, we've got guys who, if they was playing when we was playing,
right,
they would be D1 athletes.
Yeah.
But now they're starting the colleges really aren't looking at high school seniors unless you're in like the top 50 basketball wise.
Yeah, definitely.
So they have to go D2. They got to go a lot of JUCOs to get to that next level.
Okay.
So it's different. When I was coming up, you didn't have to be top 50.
No.
You know, it was great players at every level. It was great players at Eastern Illinois. It was a mid-major.
Yeah.
It was great players there. You know, it was Illinois. It was great. So I took my 5 visits, and I flew to a lot of those visits.
Okay.
The Eastern Illinois coach, which I really hadn't heard much about Eastern Illinois, but he drove down and he drove me back up.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, man, Mom and Dad will get to come see all my games. It's an easy process, 2.5-hour drive from St. Louis.
Yeah.
And I met the players and we had a great time and we clicked. And it just was an easy decision for me. But the recruiting process is much different now. It's much harder for our high school athletes to get to even a mid-major now because the transfer portal is so prevalent in college sports now.
So did you talk about your visits, did you play AAU basketball during the summer, or what was your summer workouts? You know what I mean? Because now, like you said, top 50 guys trying to go Power 5 schools. It doesn't matter in basketball. You got mid-major schools that's doing phenomenal.
Correct.
So AAU, as we know about development, what was your summers like? Did you play AAU ball, or did you just go kick ass?
AAU is, don't get me started on it, because AAU is overexposed and overrated.
You're getting exposed now. Some guys getting not exposure, exposed.
Correct. Big difference.
Yeah.
So my college coaches hung out at the parks. We went and played at the parks.
Yes, sir.
We went and we took 4 or 5 guys and we traveled throughout the city.
Yes.
And there was bragging rights in those parks. Players were made in those parks.
Hey.
So I did play AAU ball, but AAU was more invite only.
Yeah.
We only inviting a certain few guys to play this. Now if you pay to play, you can play. So some of the teams are, they're not ready to play at that level. But so I played AAU, but it was invite. And we traveled and went to certain tournaments, but we were getting exposure through invites. And it was top level competition. But we were made. Basketball players were made at those parks.
So basically, you were saying it wasn't like, okay, I got an AAU squad. I got 4 different levels of AAU squads.
Correct.
I got just the one AAU team that's
top level.
Top level.
Top level. That's who's playing.
Okay.
It's not all my friends paid to play and they're at this level. From this,
right.
It was top level, invite only. When we went to play AAU ball, we had to go play. It was one level, and all the top talent was there.
That's tough, man. That's real. That's real tough. Yeah. And I guess it's better for some kids nowadays, because you got some guys that probably can't play on that top level, but they will be able to adjust and get a look at some of the lower level colleges as well. So I guess that's some of the it's the pros and cons that I would see.
And for me, coaching, I really, we got, and I don't mean to talk about it, but we got, they're going and they're playing at these levels. But I tell them, just get in the gym.
No cap.
And work on your craft. Go game speed, make shots, and that's how you gonna get to the next level. It doesn't take all the tricks and the training and all those types.
You said work on your craft. That's the no cap show. Like I said, no cap. You gotta get developed, man. And I get it. And a lot of kids just want to jump straight to the highlights but if your end goal is to make it to a high level situation basketball wise, hopefully you actually sticking to your training and getting things done the right way.
Correct. Throughout practice, they hear me say, "Oh, here go Coach." They call me Coach E. Here you go, because I'm yelling, game speed, game speed,
Good.
Game speed.
Good.
You can't do that. You can't get better going half speed. So you got to be game speed all the time.
Real tough.
Again, shout out to our high school coaches because they instilled that into us back then. I know we didn't want to hear it sometimes.
No.
I wanted to go to practice and go, I don't feel like it. They didn't let us, so I appreciate that. So.
Yeah, I'm not gonna even kid. In the 80s and 90s, if you wasn't going 100%,
they were not having it.
You get sent home.
Get on the activity bus. Go
That's what's up, man. So how long you been coaching now? You said again, at the high school?
So this is our 4th year going into it. I came in, Coach Polite. He's an Eastern Illinois grad. He played basketball at Eastern.
Nice.
It's crazy because I had been close to the game, but I was out of the game.
Yeah.
I was following my son who was playing basketball at the high school level.
Nice.
So I didn't have time to coach because I was really following his career, trying to help him get to college. And then when he was done playing high school, Coach Polite and I had a chance encounter. And he had just taken over the job at Rock Island High School.
Okay.
So by chance, he was like, "Man, I've been looking for you." I was like, "What?" So he was like, it's just by coincidence that I ran into you today. Come talk to me. I want to talk to you about something." And I knew what he wanted. I just kind of got to, I was like, he wanted me to get back into coaching. And it was just the perfect opportunity and time for me to do it. So we talked, and I was like, "Man, yes, it's just crazy that we ran into each other." So yeah, now I've been with him. This is our 4th year going into coaching at Rock Island High School is a prominent program in the state of Illinois.
Nice.
One of the top programs in the state of Illinois. So we really have a great opportunity to work with some great kids and, help them and continue their development as young men. We really focus on that, because we want them to be great men. We want them to be good athletes. We want them to be great men too. So we really focus on that, and we got the perfect opportunity to do that at Rock Island.
That's awesome, man. I'm glad to get you back. Well, I didn't get you back. I'm glad that you are back into basketball, man. And just I think the kids can learn a lot from our situations, the way we grew up, and the situation of how hard it was. But we can bring that knowledge to those guys, and just to help them develop and get to where they want to go. It's got to be able to listen, and it's hard. I know. I know. That's what's up. So what about tell me something about your family for us basketball, because I know y'all basketball family, your brothers.
Which
one?
Which
one? You can. Which one is coaching right now? And you had a brother that played basketball as well too.
Yeah.
Both of them, all of them played, but
yeah, they all play. So family's mostly here in St. Louis. My family's mostly here.
Okay.
St. Louis doing pretty well.
Okay.
Little brother Mario.
Okay.
You know him
yes,
too.
Yes, sir. I know him.
Mario has been coaching for a long time. He's now at Peoria Richwoods High School.
Yeah.
And they just went and got 3rd in the state of Illinois last year.
Wow.
Big time accomplishment.
Yes.
So I'm proud of him.
Shout out, Mario.
Shout out Rio.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But now family, coaching family. We really focus on that too as far as coaching go, man. This is
nice.
Family. This is all inclusive. Everybody has a voice. And that's big for us, man. We came from big family. I got 9 of us. 9 of us.
Hey.
You came from a big family, so that's kind of been instilled in us.
Yeah.
And that carries over with me throughout my life.
Nice, man. That's good, man. I'm glad to hear that, man. So, anything, you got any questions for me, man, while we here chopping it up?
Man,
I haven't seen you in a while. Well, I did see you, though. But
we see you. I ran into you in Arizona.
Yeah, had some good time.
Arizona, it's good to see you out there. But I'm happy you're doing this.
Appreciate
it. I'm happy you are, you are instilling what you got in the people. I follow you all the time.
Appreciate it.
So I'm glad to be able to be here today to chop it up with you.
Yeah.
Just talk a little bit about you, man. Like, what you instilling in the guys at North.
Well, right now, Zumwalt North is where I'm at, coaching football, no longer coaching basketball, and coaching track. And I'm training at Hustling Heart, one of the trainers here. And we just started the podcast to give back to the coaches like yourself who can't, we don't get a chance to get on the news a lot. So we want to get this to the community, give these guys a chance to come out, tell their story about their coaching time, their playing time. And me personally, I'm just having fun, having a ball with all the guys that I know in sports throughout the years who I've met, some close, some new. And every coach that I bring in been having a ball, being able to explain themselves, man. And that's basically what I'm doing right now. And I'm going to do it till the wheels fall off, you know what I mean?
Good.
We're going to continue to grow. Hopefully get some more guys like yourself that we grew up with, that's doing a lot of great things in the community and where they're living at right now. So you shout out to all those guys, ex-McClure North, that's where I went. So
yes, sir. Stars, baby.
Get at me, so that's what I'm doing, man.
Okay. And I just before I leave, I want to just say I'm so I talked about Eastern Illinois University.
Yeah, definitely.
And I figured we went to the NCAA tournament, which is a big deal, 1992.
Yes.
We practicing, and this big, huge figure walks in the gym after us. They about to practice after us. And I say he, you know, this figure like put the lights out. He was so tall, he covered the lights. But it was Shaquille O'Neal.
Wow.
You know, and his coach came over and he talked to us. And if we would have beat Indiana, waiting for us in that second round was LSU with Shaquille O'Neal.
Wow. So
it was like, you know, while we was warming up, they had finished playing. They played right before us.
Yeah.
We was warming up. He comes right to me. What's up, bro? Y'all beat these mugs for us, bro. And I was like, man, don't try to set me up, because then you trying to feast on my center who's 6'6". Yeah, don't try to set us up.
He's 7'6". You got 10 inches.
So yeah, I'm like, don't try to set me up, Shaq. Right. So, you know, we was really proud of that accomplishment. And I think, you know, by 1992, it's now what, 2024? Yeah. Do the math from real quick. 32 years later, that I would be able to say, you know what, the game was closer than what it was in the first round. But it wasn't, you know, because Google has changed all that. Okay. So I got to accept that we took a nice little L in the first round. But, you know, that's something that not everybody can say.
Well, you know what? I remember that game.
The whole city of St. Louis was behind us.
Watching like crazy.
And I felt it. I felt the love. I got a lot of calls and messages.
Yes.
So, I'm proud of that fact.
I was proud you got a dunk in that game.
I did.
I'll never forget. I said, my man got a dunk. I don't give a rat's ass about it. Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, man.
So if you'd had the highlights and the cameras right now, you'd have been on you went viral, man.
Correct.
Yes, but that's how it goes, man.
So I just wanted to talk about that because
I was going to ask you anyway.
People don't know about that, you know, and that's stuff that we was proud of. Like Shaq, they don't know Shaq was waiting for us in the second round.
Wow.
So yeah, it was exciting, man.
Ain't that something? You met Shaq, and I met Shaq in 1998 with. Shout out to my man Dorian Brew.
Okay.
He was at the All-Star Weekend that weekend. Yeah. So doing some other things, hanging out, met Shaq so we both met Shaq.
Yeah.
I wasn't playing no basketball.
Shaq is now top 75. Well, probably top 25 players ever played.
Hey, Superman.
Yeah.
So that's good stuff, man.
But some of the stuff he was doing when we was watching him practice, we sat there with our mouth wide open, like, man, it was levels to this. And
right.
You could just tell he was going to greatness. So.
Well, I like what you said. It's definitely levels to everything. Yeah. It's hard to kind of swallow that pill as an athlete or entertainer or whatever it is. You start thinking you're great in your area, and that's some of the things back to what we were talking about with my high school guys or the guys that I train. If I tell them what they need to do to get to the next level, right? Mm-hmm. Or you should be at this level, because I've seen it my whole life. You know, yes. I've done music.
Yes.
I've seen real athletes, bro. And I'm telling some of these guys, okay, you're a good athlete. Don't get mad at me, because we got to get you to this point if you want to rise up.
Correct.
It's definitely levels to everything that we do.
Correct.
And when they tell you level up, they're not playing. No cap. Level up.
Level up. We'll only tell you because we care about you and love you.
There we go.
The ones who talk to you are the ones who care about you.
Yes.
You know, when I tell players this too, when I don't fuss, when I don't say nothing to you, then you should worry, because then I don't care that much about you. So when I'm talking to you and trying to push you to get to that next level, just know I care about you.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah.
All right, E, man, I appreciate you coming on the show, man.
Good to see you, man.
So,
always a pleasure.
I gotta have you back later in the season, man. We talk about your basketball season. I want everybody coming back, and we're gonna recap some things. Okay. So make sure when you're back in town, we're gonna get right back to it. All right?
You know I hit you up.
No cap, no cap, no cap, no cap.
No, I ain't playing with them. No, I ain't playing with them. I ain't playing with them.